but like I've never really had bad dates. So this was a bad date for me, and it just was like, I'm over. I'll wait. I'm tired. I can't put no more energy into it. I'll wait patiently. I can't. Welcome back to another episode of VersionU TV, and I'm finna jump right into it because I don't really have a lot of bad dates. You know how TV shows and movies make it seem like, oh my God, this bad date, oh my God, this happened. You know, it'd be like, that's not real life. Let me get my water bottle. That's not real life. I don't know. You know, I think the reason why I'm just putting the cherry on top with this date and making it like the worst date that I've ever had is because of how it started. So let me tell y'all. Now, from the jump, yes, let me put it out there. I met this dude on a dating app, right? We've matched, and I guess it just didn't work out, or probably because I tend to delete dating apps very frequently, I probably deleted the app and then I made it again and then we matched again. So fast forward, we matched again, and he basically swiped and was like, do you want to try this again? So I said, sure. I'm like, sure. Okay, like, I don't even remember what happened last time, but sure. Like, maybe we matched and we didn't talk, or what happened, right? We never met up. So anyway, he's like, you know, let's go for drinks. I said, sure. Now, y'all know I don't drink, but I'm like, whatever, let's go. Like, it just means to meet up. Meet at this spot, right? At this little bar/restaurant at 8:15. Now, number one, I was like, 8:15, like, why such an odd time? But okay, 8:15, I'll be there. So I park at 8:15. And I parked close to the restaurant, so by the time I get to the restaurant, it's probably 8:17. Mind y'all, today is Sunday because I'm filming this right after the date because I'm just like, let me get this out there. So it's 8:17 when I go to the place. Now, mind y'all, when I pull up to the place, I look up and I'm like, let me see what this restaurant is all about. Let me just see, you know, pre-look at, you know, what they have to offer, what the vibe is on the inside. And I noticed they close at 9, but we're here now. So I go in, you know, I'm like, that's cool with me because we only need probably about 45 minutes for me to know if you vibing with me or not, or then vice versa. So, and I was like, and if I don't like you, it's easy to be like, well, they're about to close, you know. And also, I have work tomorrow. Like, I had 2 things ready to say, like, if I wasn't feeling it. So I'm like, hey, I'm parking. Because I'm thinking, this dude will probably on time. He probably already waiting, you know. Like I said, I'm parking because it was 8:15 when I was parking. And so I go in, and he's not there, you know, because we were going to grab drinks in the bars right there at the front. So I asked the lady, like, hey, like, I know you guys close at 9. Can we just grab drinks or whatever? And she was like, I think they do last call at 8:30. Mind y'all, it's 8:17. So I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I basically let him know, like, they do last call at 8:30. So he could say, like, well, we can go here or whatever, right? And he eventually responds, like, after I done asked the lady, like, hey, last call, he eventually responds, and he's like, I'm parking. Or no, he says 5 minutes away. That's what he said. After I said I'm parking and I'm walking up to the building and I found out last call's at 8:30, he was like, I'm 5 minutes away. So that's when I was like, well, you're 5 minutes away. By the time you get here, it's going to be about close to 8:30. So, hey, the lady said last call's at 8:30. What you want to do? So then he was like, well, when I get there, we can walk around and find something else. So I said, okay, cool. Y'all, I'm standing there and I'm standing there and I'm standing there and I'm standing there. It was probably 8:30, 8:29-ish. And I had told myself, like, okay, I'm going to give him to 8:45. But I really, like, when we got to the 8:20s, I was like, you're 15. No, it was probably later than that because I had calculated it. And I was like, he's 20 minutes late. And, like, it's the fact that you said you were parking and 15 more minutes have passed and you're still not here. Like, if I'm parking and I realize I've been parking for 10, 15 minutes, I'm going to send another message like, hey, so sorry, give me X more time. But he didn't do that. So it was just given like he didn't care. You know what I'm saying? For first impression, I want you to show that you at least care about the first impression. And he didn't really do that. So I wait, y'all, until probably like, I wait a good 35 minutes probably. Because I remember I told myself like, okay, when it gets to 45 minutes past, like, I'm about to go. Because then I'm thinking, like, okay, am I getting stood up? Like, did he drive past and see me and was like, ill no? Or are you really just running late and you just don't care to say, hey, I know I said I was parking, but I still haven't showed up and 20 more minutes have passed. Like, what is it? So then I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. And let me tell y'all, so I already have social anxiety. So, you know, people keep coming in or whatever, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't even matter about the details. People are coming in. So at one point, y'all, this is the funny part. I see this black man and he's pulling the door. And I thought I don't know why, it was not a lot of black people in the area. I saw a black dude and I was like, that's him. Mind you, I've never met this dude. So I walk up to the door to basically say like, oh, did you get my text? Because I didn't want him to walk in and ask about like sitting at the bar, and I've already asked. And he was like, oh no, you got the wrong person, I didn't get your text. And I'm like, oh my God, now this dude got me out here looking stupid because you so mad late. I'm thinking any black dude that walks in here is you. But, you know, that was my fault or whatever. And old dude looked probably nicer than what the other dude looked like, but whatever. It don't matter. And so then he walked out. I was like, I'm sorry, whatever. He was laughing, whatever. We laughed about it. Still waiting. Like, all that happened, I'm still waiting. So then he walks up, and then I'm like, ugh. Because, like, it wasn't like, oh, my God, he's so cute or whatever, where I could just take all that emotions away, because I'm irritated at the fact that you didn't think to text again when you said you were parking 15 minutes ago. So, anyway, he's like, my bad, I had to drop my friend. So you're telling me everything I need to know, because if you had to drop your friend off and you didn't think, like, oh, I got this girl waiting, let her know, you're not even caring or prioritizing me in any way. Like, I took time out of my day. I took a shower. I put makeup on. Like, you know, I set aside things in my life to make time for you to get to know each other on a Sunday, okay? Because you work so much and you're not showing that same energy back. So, he was like, we could just walk and find something else. So we're walking, and like, I just feel like he's not holding my hand or anything, but like, you know, maybe because he's taller than me, but I just feel like he's not thinking about me at all. Like, I'm just being like, I don't know. It just was not a good vibe. And then we go to this other, like, pub bar thing. Opens the door. Like, it wasn't no, like, open the door. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just this girl walking behind you because clearly, like, I'm not here. Like, hello. And I'm, you know, by all means, I'm not one of those girls that's like, you're not gonna open the door, you know, but it just felt like he was walking around like my presence wasn't there. And you would think to make my presence known after you've been 30-something minutes late. So we go into the pub or whatever, and mind you, he was like, we can meet for drinks. I told you I'm not a drinker, so I didn't want to drink at that point. Like, I wasn't willing to get a headache Monday morning and during my sleep for a dude that's late. If you came on time, I probably would have got a drink just to make you feel comfortable drinking. So the lady was like, what do y'all want to drink? And I was like, I really don't feel like drinking. He was like, well, you know, we come for drinks or whatever. It just means to meet up. It doesn't mean you have to drink. Oh, because I'm just so dumb and I just feel peer pressure by you to drink. After you made me late, I'm not finna drink. You can grab a drink by yourself if you want to, and you can drink uncomfortable if you want to. You 30-something years old. Why are you uncomfortable drinking by yourself? So he was like, we'll just have 2 waters. You might as well, because after I finish this water, I don't even want to sit in your presence no more. You're like, oh, you don't have to drink. You don't have to tell me that. It's the way that he told it to me. He was just like, we're just meeting up. It just means we're getting to, like, we're just meeting up. It just means we're getting to know each other. You don't have to drink. It wasn't like, oh, you don't have to drink. It was like, you don't have to drink. I was just have 2 waters. I was like, what if I wanted a Diet Coke? So anyway, we're talking about like our careers. And at first I was like, okay, this is getting a little bit better, right? Because we both work in the same industry. So we're talking. He's like, yeah, you've been giving me some ideas. I'm going to have to think about some stuff. So I'm like, okay, whatever. This is cool, right? Mind y'all, I like to date older. So this man is like 11 years older than me, you know? So my expectations are, you can't even see it because it's high. You know what I'm saying? So we get talking about our careers. And then after that, he starts asking me questions like, the red flag, not the red flag questions, but the questions that can just really make a date go downhill. He starts asking me, so you know, what's dating like? How's the app for you? When's the last time you had a relationship? And y'all know me. I haven't dated someone since high school. So he's like, how long have you been single? I was like, practically my whole life. And he's just like, and I'm like, you're asking these hard questions on the first date and you came late. Like, it's not for you to have this strong opinion and make these strong facial expressions because I'm about to stay single because of you right now, because you're wasting my time. You're not even showing me that you value my time. Like, and you're single too, because you come late like this to dates. So then what else happened? So then he starts talking to me like, so what are you looking for? Because on the app, he had asked me like what I'm looking for. And I said, I'm looking to build with someone, you know, build into a genuine relationship. And he was like, yeah, so what are you looking for? And I'm like, I'm just looking to get to know somebody, you know, where we can get to know each other and figure, you know, ultimately have the same end goal in mind. But like, you know, and he's just like, well, I'm not trying to get married into this year or tomorrow. He was like, you're trying to look for a husband overnight. You asked me on the app what I was looking for. I said, I'm looking for someone who wants to build a genuine relationship. If you got, I'm looking for a husband overnight out of that, that's your own personal problem. Or a grown man, a man of your age would ask, can you elaborate a little bit further? So he comes to me the day of, he asked me the same question again. I'm like, you know, I want to have fun with somebody, get to know somebody, you know, and maybe it'll turn into something. Oh, you looking for a husband overnight? He's like, so someone proposed to you, would you get married like this fall? I said, no. No. Like, you're the one asking me about, like, marriage. Like, no, I'm not, like, for one, we shouldn't even be bringing up marriage, and you don't even know how to come to a date on time and, like, literally show care towards a female. Open a door, not have me walking behind you on the side of the street. I'm walking on the side that the street is on, like, none of that, you know? So we talked about like that whole topic about you seem like you want to get married quick forever. Then he was like, have you considered like, you know, you sound like you really want to go back to the South. Like you're dating, like, have you considered that? Like if you did meet somebody decent, like, would you be willing to stay here? Like, or what would you do? First off, you worry about the wrong things because you're not going to be that person that I have to figure that out with. I said, well, depending on the person and where we're at, I'm sure we would have multiple conversations about this. I said, but at the end of the day, my career is going to be here. That person is not. So it would depend on where me and that person are. You're worried about stuff that you're not finna make it to that area of my life with the way you acting right now. So that's not even none of your business to know about what I'm going to do if I do find a person and I want to go back down to the South. That's for me and whoever that person is. But he's just hammering me. Then, you know, mind y'all, he's older. But I've talked to a lot of older men and I've went on dates with a lot of older men. One thing I don't like to do is feel like I'm being lectured. Like this is my mentor. Because the reason I date older is because I'm very mature. So please don't come to me like, this is what you should, this is what, I am open, all ears to wisdom. Because you've been on this earth more years than I have been, but I have just met you and everything, I'm not feeling it. So now you're mentoring me, now you're lecturing me, now you're coaching me, and it's like, sir, can we just have a conversation? You're talking about I'm pressing marriage, but we can't just even ask what each other likes doing. Where do you like to travel? Where have you traveled? What are some fun things you do? Let's ask some chill questions. You want a husband overnight. What are you going to do if that man, you know, you're going to go back down to South. What is that man going to do? So then he's just like, you can tell he's like trying to wrap it up or whatever. But I was like, you know, I'm trying to wrap it up too, but I'm not going to say that. He's like, yeah, so like, I think these waters are for free. And I'm like, duh, it's complimentary. It's water. Like, it was just so like, it was, you know why it was bad? Because it was a waste of my time. I took time out of my Sunday. Sunday is for rest, get ready for the week. I mean, and for your big age to be coming so, and then he's just like, I just think society is just make everybody feel like they have to get married. You keep bringing up this whole thing about forceful marriage, and no one has said any of that, sir. It's kind of like you have your own inner, like, personal opinion about marriage, and you are taking it like I came into this day and I was like, you need to get down on one knee and propose to me. You brought up the questions about what I'm looking for. You brought up the questions about what I would do if I find a man and I want to go back down south. And then the whole thing about it is like the entire time, y'all, he was analyzing me. I would answer a question and he would be like, oh yeah, because you seem, can I just answer questions and tell you the kind of person I am? Can you just analyze me in your head? Why do you have to tell me what you read off of me on the first date? I had to finish this on Snapchat, y'all, because I don't have no more space in my camera. But it just was not a good date today. And it really just was a sign like, Daya, you've been looking for a sign to get off dating apps. Tonight was my sign, you know. It's just... It's so much more I could say about it, but like I just wish there was like a video during our date so y'all could see it, and it was just a waste of time. Like that's the best way I can describe it. And about to go delete all the apps again. Like this is literally what I do because it's not giving me no hope. Nothing is giving me hope, you know. It's just not. It's just not. And he kept mentioning like I just want to have fun and hang out with people. Like I'm not even having fun with you right now. Like, I don't want to hang out with you again. Like, you're not fun because you're just grilling me with questions. You're saying that you're analyzing me. You seem like... I think also it felt weird because, like, the questions he was asking, women tend to ask. He was asking me, like, do I want kids? Like, just going in. Just... I really don't even know how to explain it. I hope I got the story across to y'all, but... I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break. I'm tired. I'm really tired, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired. It just... I don't know. He was analyzing, like, well, what kind of encounters have you had? You've been single your entire life. Like, what is that like? What do they... like, that TikTok that be like, that'll do it. You don't have to worry about me. That's literally how I felt as soon as he showed up late. Started asking me these questions. You don't have to worry about me. Quit trying to beep in my life because it ain't you. It just didn't give, like, I'm interested in getting to know you. It was more so, like, I see everything through you and I'm going to pick at every single thing. And you just seem like you're just not, we're not looking for the same thing. And, like, yeah, I'm not doing that. But, like, even though you didn't really ask for what it was that I would be willing to do, you just seem like you would do something like that. So I'm going to just let you know that I'm not looking for that even though you didn't ask. Like, it just was weird. It was just really weird. And I think what threw me off for a loop was him being late and then coming in saying, like, you sound like you're looking for marriage overnight. And y'all, I literally, all I said was like, hey, I'm looking to get to know someone and seeing where it goes. Like, and then he said, you want a husband overnight. And if I did, it's not you. But yeah, y'all, I'm going to continue to be the best version of myself for myself and get ready for work tomorrow. And then I'm sitting here thinking about it more. He was telling me, like, when I told him, like, I haven't really been in relationships like that, he was like, I think you need to be in a couple just to know. And I was like, yeah, but, you know, I haven't. So, but yeah, I think you need to date around just to be in a couple. It was just not fun. It just was not fun, like, at all. It was not fun. And I don't understand. Like, I'm just really like, where do I go from here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. And it's just, and it's crazy because while we were there, this guy came over and was like, hey, I'm taking prayer requests. What do you want me to pray about? And I should have said this date because